If you're struggling with chords and chord progressions, watch this. What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Dark Side. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make perfect R&B chords every single time. This will really work for any genre, but since you guys really like my R&B stuff, we're going to mainly be focusing on R&B today. Like always, we're going to be working in the scale of C major. This method is going to work on any scale, but to make it as easy as possible to explain, we're going to be in C major. First method I'm going to teach you guys is something I like to call the mirror method, only because I learned it from Nick Mira from Internet Money. So pretty much you start with a note. Any note in the scale is fine. Then what you do is you duplicate that note and then pitch it up by 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 semitones, whatever you want to call it, right? This is gonna be your basis for any chord, right? Remember, a chord is just notes being played together in harmony. So this is technically a chord. Now, if you want to make it a major chord, what you're gonna do is start from the root note and then skip 3 notes. 1, 2, 3. Skip those 3 and then land right here. And now you have C major. It's C major because it's a major chord and the root note is the C. Easy, right? Now, if you want to make it a minor chord, start with the C. Like always, start with the root note and then you skip 2 notes. 1, 2, skip those, land right here, and now you have your chord. That's a C minor chord. Notice that this is D sharp is a black note, and if you know, C major is just all the white notes. So technically C minor is not a chord that is in the C major scale. Get it? If you're not following, let me know. I'll make a whole nother video and break that whole thing down and make it even more simple. Just let me know. Now, the beauty about this method is it works with pretty much any chord in the scale. So as long as you know what notes are in that scale, you can pretty much make any chord progression. You just got to be creative and play around with it, right? So that was with C. Let's say we start with F, right? We don't know if F major or F minor is in the scale, but we know that F note is. So what we're gonna do is F, duplicate that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have the base for our chord, and we're just gonna, bam. We could do this, but keep in mind, we're in C major. There is no black notes. So the G sharp does not belong here. Next note would be the A, and now let's see if you've been paying attention. Would this technically be an A minor or an A major chord? You got 5 seconds to answer. Wrong. It's an F major. You're not listening. Look, the root note. The root note is an F, so it's an F major chord. Now, this is cool and everything, but it's probably not gonna cut it if you're trying to produce a song. You're gonna need a little more, especially if it's R&B. So introducing 7th, right? So we have this F major chord. I don't know if you're familiar with the number system, but in this chord, this would be the 1, the 3rd, and the 5th. We can make this a 7th by skipping a white note. This would be the 7th. And it would sound like this. I brought it down an octave so you can hear the note a little more. You could feel it a little more, you know? High notes, they got that sound to them. Lower notes, they got that feel to them. I don't know. What do I know? But yeah, so this would be a F major 7th, right? And making 7th chords are just as easy as making triads. Look, we start with the F, skip 3 notes, land on the A, skip 2 notes, land on the C, and then we skip 3 notes again. 1, 2, 3, and then we land on the E. Now, if we were making a minor chord, we'll do the opposite. F, skip 2 notes, skip 3, and then we skip 2 again. Now we have F minor 7th. They both sound good, but they're played in different contexts. In most cases, you're not just gonna be able to play F major 7th and then play a F minor 7th, and that'll be your chord progression right there. It could work, but context. Music is all about context. Now, just a quick recap. If you're trying to make a chord and you don't know what notes to put in it, the easiest way to go, start with a root note. Any root note that you desire or anything that you got in mind, right? Start with it, duplicate it, 7 notes up. And then from there, you can decide if you want to play a major or a minor. That's if you don't have a scale in mind. If you're already in a scale, that makes it even easier because you don't get to pick. It's there for you. It's either gonna be a major or a minor, depending on the scale. In our case, we're in C major, only the major chord fits with the F. But you know, another way that this method could be used is if you're trying to reverse engineer a chord. Like, let's say you got this song in your head, or you got this chord in your head, and you're like, if you could find a note, oh, I guess the chord was already in my head, so that's why that came to mind. You could just do this, duplicate it, and then go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see what I'm talking about? And it leads you back to that same chord. Now let's say that's still not the one you want. You're not sure, this might not be the right one. Maybe it's not. Maybe you were thinking about the 7th note of that chord that you wanted to play. So in that case, 2 notes, 3 notes. So the next one will be 2 notes. Is that it? I don't know. Another pop quiz. What chord is this? You better get this one right. You better get this right. Yeah, you better get this right. So yeah, this would be a D minor 7th chord. Obviously, we have the 1, the 3rd, the 5th, and then the 7th. Now, if you produce R&B music, more often than not, you like your chords extra juicy, so you're gonna be using that 7th a lot. And sometimes even that 7th is not enough, so you're gonna want to throw another one on there. Let's pick a note. Let's see. So we did F, we did D. Let's do A, right? Let's build our chord. A minor 7th. So 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 2 spaces. What comes next? I'm keeping score. You better be getting all these right. A minor 9th. Obviously, you can't make a song with 1 chord. Actually, yes, you can. Take that back. But a lot of times you want multiple chords. So let's make a chord progression. So we start with the A. Now we could experiment or pick any other chord we want. So I'm gonna try to like just freestyle it. One thing I personally like to do is just to hum whatever sound I got in my head. That works for me. You don't have to do that. You just do whatever you feel comfortable doing. That sounds really good. All 3 of them sound good so far, but I just got an idea. I think this one would sound better here, and this chord should be repeated with variation. Ow, who's got a... Ow. I think I just pulled something in my neck. Ow. Dominant 7th chords? Yeah, I think you guys like dominant 7th chords, and I still get comments about people like who aren't too sure about them. So maybe I could hook you guys up real quick. So let's see. Okay, so a dominant 7th chord is a major chord. Keep that in mind. It's a major chord, right? So you're gonna start with a major triad. Obviously we know A is a minor one, so that one doesn't work. Let's do, I didn't want to do C because that's too basic. What else is in? G, yeah, G. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, G. Okay. This is G major triad. Triad because it has 3 notes. It sounds like this. Let me pitch it up. Remember our pattern, right? So we start with the root note, skip 3 spaces, 3rd, skip 2 spaces, and then we have the 5th. Now, if we wanted to make it a 7th, then we'll just skip another 3 spaces and then make it a 7th. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So that would be G major 7th, right? It sounds like this. Sounds great, sounds lovely. But a dominant 7th, nah, it breaks that rule. So with a dominant 7th, we'll just take this note and then flatten it. That just means to bring it down. So instead, we'd have 3 spaces, 2 spaces, and then 2 spaces, 3, 2, 2. And it sounds like this. Yeah, it sounds suspenseful. Doesn't sound as good. Sometimes it sounds really off, but like I said, it's all about context. It sounds off by itself, but if you put it in the right context with the right chords, it'll sound lovely. If y'all want me to make a full video breaking down dominant 7th chords, I'll be more than happy to. I know there's already videos on them that break them down far better than I can because people understand this better than I do. I'm not a pro at this by any means, but I think since like I don't understand it to the highest level myself, that I can better explain it to, let's say, a beginner. Pretty much what I'm saying is, since we're both stupid, I could explain it to you better, maybe. I don't know. If you want me to make a video, I will. Now back to our chords. Let me see if I could try to squeeze a dominant 7th in there. In music, the goal is to not try to squeeze things in. Like you should just let it flow. But this is a tutorial. I want you guys to get the best bang for your buck, like the most out of it. So let me see if I could squeeze one in here. Let me try this method real quick. So 5th. Bring this down. Let's see what we got. Now you're probably wondering what kind of witchcraft wizardry did I just do to make this chord fit perfectly without even hearing it, or like, no. Listen very carefully. What dominant 7th chords do best is to help you transition from one chord to another. We're coming from this chord right here and we're going to this chord right here. A little cheat that you can do to help this transition go smoothly is take the 5th from the chord that you're going to. So this is the 1st, this is the 3rd, and this is the 5th. We're gonna take this 5th, bring it all the way to where we're starting, right? The 5th is an E. We got our E, right? You got it? Stay with me. We're gonna take this E, ignore every single rule that comes in our way, and we're gonna make a dominant 7th chord from it. So remember, dominant 7th is a major chord, so skip 3 spaces and then skip 2. Yeah, this is not in the scale, but it's like I told you, we're gonna ignore the rules. Skipped another 2 spaces, 1, 2. Now we have a dominant 7th chord. And just to make it match with our chord progression better, I brought it down an octave. Now, this isn't gonna work for every single chord. There's rules where some sound better, some don't. I'm not gonna go into that right now. It's a lot of theory. But one thing to keep in mind is if the chord that you're going to is the 7th, like the root note is the 7th note of that scale, then it's usually not a good pair with a dominant 7th chord. Just try it out, really. Sound it out, listen. Go by ear. If it sounds good to you, then go ahead. If it doesn't, then try a different chord. Sometimes you don't even need it. Like, you're just trying to show off. Who are you trying to show off for? It don't need it. It already sounds good. But in our case, it sounds good, so we're gonna keep it. You know, this little strum right here sounded real good. Let me just strum all of them to be real with you. Alright, that's gonna be it. If you didn't learn anything new, I'm sorry. Maybe check out another one of my videos. You might learn something new there. But if you did learn something new, here's 2 things you could do to show me you're grateful. 1, like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me out, really help out the channel, and help me follow my dreams. 2, I got this little song. I actually made it on my last video. You could check that out if you want, but I personally think it sounds really good. If you want to check it out and add it to your playlist, send it to your friends, show some love, post it on Instagram. If you want to do that, you don't have to, but if you learn something new, you kind of owe me. You owe me. Go ahead, go add it to your playlist. It's called Slide by me I recorded it, made the beat for it on video. You guys saw the whole process. It's gonna be that video, but go listen to the song. Go check it out. If you don't like it, that's cool, but just go give it a chance. I would really appreciate that.